Hello. Um, I have noticed that ever since I've started making these videos, um, uh, I have noticed somewhat of a pattern that I never noticed um, before I started making these. And I think it has a lot to do with hormones, like being a female. Because every time I'm on my period, I've noticed I am freaking out about my weight, and for some reason it never clicked with me before. It just never clicked with me. I always just thought like I'm just gaining weight, and like I just never saw. I never made the connection, I guess, that it was most likely because it was that time of month or whatever. And then another thing I've noticed is I go through these periods of being like really unmotivated, and for some reason it's during that time as well, or like I feel unmotivated right now. Like I didn't even really feel like making a video, but I thought, I feel unmotivated, so like I'll talk about it, because maybe it'll help me or anybody who's watching. And it makes me curious about hormones. Um, like how much easier would it be to be a male, like when it comes to mood and weight and everything. Not that that's what I want. I thoroughly enjoy being a female. But oh, it's just curious to me. Like I get super unmotivated, just go to work, come home, zombie mode kind of thing. I put on a bunch of weight, which I now understand that it's just water weight, even though I feel like a fat whale, it's just water weight. Hang on. Sorry about that. But then, it just suddenly comes back, and I hope it does soon. Like my motivation and all that kind of stuff. Like my mood gets better, and I don't know, like it's just kind of like an epiphany type moment for me. Just like, damn, like my hormones, women in general, our hormones really change how we think and how we act. Like, I'm still me, obviously any time of the month, but like the way I react to things and the way that I emotionally react to things just drastically changes depending on the time of the month. And I know it's hormones. So I've been doing a lot of, I wouldn't call it research, it's literally just like watching YouTube videos. um, but research about intermittent fasting and how it helps people lose weight. And all I hear is that it's because of hormones. It affects your hormones. Like insulin is a hormone. And it's a hormone that makes you gain weight. And then there's hormones that help you not lose muscle. There's just a hormone for everything. And I'm really, like, I already knew it worked because it's working for me currently, because I'm doing that now. I'm intermittent fasting now and have been for almost a month. But it really is not just about calories in, calories out. It's just not. Like, that is obviously important, and if you're not in a caloric deficit, you're not going to lose weight. So that is important, but just being able to document where I am, on a week-to-week basis at least. Hormones are super important. It affects my mood. It affects my body. It affects every aspect of my life. And the fact that intermittent fasting works because it affects our hormones, to me, that just kind of solidifies what I already understand, which is it works, but now it's more like I kind of get why now. It's not just about that you don't eat all day, because I still have the same amount of calories that I would even if I ate all day. I eat enough to, like, I still have the same amount of calories, right? But the fact that I fast I keep my insulin down all day, which is a hormone. It helps my body target fat loss instead of just weight loss. I don't know. And for any of you who watch this, don't take anything I say as fact. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a specialist in anything. I don't know, okay? All I would say is I think there's something to it based on a very minute amount of research I've done thus far. Do your own research. Because it's not just about weight loss anymore. It's about overall health. I have mental clarity. I have more energy. And I don't even drink coffee anymore. I have no caffeine. Just for transparency, I did have a couple sips of coffee this morning just because I was kind of curious how it would affect me, and it made me jittery. And I'm just like, fuck that. Like, there's a reason I don't drink coffee anymore. Like, I literally had like maybe 3 drinks of my cup of coffee, and I was jittery and like semi-malfunctioning all morning. My hands were shaky. I wasn't doing my job as well as I was performing worse instead of better. But that was mostly out of curiosity. But anyways, yeah, just I would do research, look into it. Hormones affect us in a very real way. And then women, the fact that our hormones change so significantly depending on the time of the month, that's something to keep in mind, because now this is the first time I was on my period where I gained weight and I wasn't upset because I understood why. And just having that knowledge, knowing it's going to come back off, is a very comforting feeling. And I always just felt hopeless every other time. Like, I'm all emotional. My hormones are going crazy. I feel fat, blah, blah, blah. And if you watch, I have 2, like, ranting weight gain videos. If you watch those, you will see it in action. Like, full blown. Like, I'm bitching and just being inappropriate, talking shit. And that's how I've got every single month for the majority of my adult life. And this last time I was on my period, I didn't feel that. Like, I felt disappointed that I felt big and stuff, but just the knowledge the little bit of knowledge that I've gained thus far, it helped. And even if you're not trying to lose weight or anything like that, it's still worth looking into. Like, me personally, I'm finding it fascinating because it's pertaining to my life right now. If I would have looked it up a year ago, it may not have been as interesting. But I feel like it's worth looking into if you're trying to be healthy. Not even if you're just trying to lose weight, but even if you're just trying to be like a healthier person. I'm just really on this journey trying to become a better person in general. And it has definitely not happened overnight, but the progress I have made in the past like year and a half is astonishing. I mean, I'm really proud of myself. I just honestly feel like I've turned my life around. And it's not like my life is perfect, because that's a crock of shit. My life is most definitely not perfect. But my attitude towards life and the fact that I am bettering myself has significantly, improved my life. Just the way we see things, perception is very important. I don't know. As it pertains to my weight loss, I gained weight while I was on my period. I just got off. I weighed myself. I said I would, I think in my last video. I'm down to the weight that I was before I was on my period. So I'm still at 165. So, I don't know if because I was on my period and all that water weight and all that stuff, if that kind of plateaued my progress. But I don't think that I've not lost body fat. The scales can be misleading. They can make you think that you've lost body fat or gained body fat when really it's something else. So I still think I'm on the right track. I'm still only going to weigh myself once a week. I don't want to obsess over the scale. That's unhealthy for me. Seeing the numbers go up and down is not going to help me. Just seeing where I'm at week to week will be much more helpful. So I'll do an update on that when that arises. So I guess that's all I have to say for today. And hopefully I'll think of something to make a video about tomorrow. Just remember, there's always hope that tomorrow will be a better day.